Welcome back to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. I'm Rosa.
And I'm still Sharon.
We thank you for tuning in once again to hear what we have to talk about this week. And our topic this week is
How are you dealing with COVID-19? We had to go there. It's just it's too big of a thing. It's too devastating. We have had several conversations about it, but here's our conversation about
this week.
it today with you.
Yes, absolutely. And before we even get into our conversation, I just want to thank all of our viewers, all of our new viewers. Thanks for those who subscribed this week. I think we had about 5
Yeah.
new subscribers. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Please like and share this video if you like it. But just so your friends and family can hear it and see it and check us out. What
Yeah.
we're doing in Southern California on the
Yeah.
lockdown during COVID-19, going
Yes.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of the above. So,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll let you know how we're dealing with COVID-19, and we would love to hear on some of the things that you all are doing during this COVID lockdown. And if you're in Southern California, definitely during the lockdown.
Yeah. And realizing no two people are handling it the same. So, like I say, this next 30 minutes or so is dedicated to everyone out there because we are all going through it. This is difficult. This is huge. This is unbelievable. We've been through a lot of things in our life, but none of us have been through all of this at one time. And you surely haven't been through COVID-19. So this is just a checkup of wellness. How are you doing? And to give you some insight to how me and Rose are doing, because no one out there that has not been affected by this unbelievable scourge which is upon the world right now. It's Everyone has a brother, a sister, mother, child, aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, neighbor, coworker. Everyone knows someone that has died from it, is fighting it, just tested positive for it. So it affects us all. So if you can hear my voice, COVID has touched your life in some kind of way. And having said that, as we are focusing on black women, um, black and brown people have been disproportionately affected by this horrible, horrible disease,
Yes.
up to 2.5 to 3 times more times than the general population. And even though they're saying some of it is pre-existing issues, our availability to health care, 10 other reasons, the bottom line is we're losing people at a higher rate than anyone else. We don't want anyone to lose a family member, but with us, people of color, it's hitting us, like I said, times 3.
Absolutely.
Times
Yeah,
3.
I actually lost an uncle to COVID, and so it was the first time that really hit home. I mean, it was affecting us indirectly at that time, but
Mm-hmm.
now it's directly affecting us in the more that we're isolated, the more we're staying at home. It's affecting me mentally and physically, and even in our household, where Sharon was saying that no two people are even dealing with it the same. We're in the same household and we're dealing with it differently.
Differently.
So yeah, so it I'm not sure how you all are dealing with it. When it first started, I was okay. I was able to get more of what I wanted to do, in like running with my friends and hanging a little bit. But now it's like I'm tired. I'm tired, and I know it's necessary, and I know mask up. And I'm not telling anybody not to wear a mask, because you're gonna see me with mine on. But definitely we need to mask up,
All 10 of
we
them.
need
All
to
10 of your masks. Yeah.
yeah, I got a bunch of masks, but I just keep them different places, in the car, in my purse, wherever, so I can they're accessible and I can grab them very quickly. Yeah, lately, especially I would say this past 2 weeks, I've just kind of been in a funk, and I'm not sure if it's even COVID, but for me, COVID is, I call it my 4 stages. Once you get to 4 stages, of a breakdown in your life, that's when I blame it on COVID. So, for instance, if something in your life is unbalanced, I mean, if I'm feeling lonely, unloved, or just lazy, or whatever, four things need to happen, and I'm gonna have a breakdown. And I'm blaming it on COVID at that point, because it's like, without it, if I was free to roam, free to do what I needed to do, some of those things can control, and it's like I feel like I don't have control of me right now. And it's not, some people looking at it like everybody's scared of COVID. I'm not scared of it, but I do want to take preventative measures not to get it. I do have a wife who is considered elderly by
Well,
some.
there we are again with the age thing. Yes, I'm 65 plus. 65.5,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that heightens our concern.
Absolutely.
And with that, regardless of how you're feeling about it individually, you're the one that's going through it, and your neighbor and your child and your mother who's already a diabetic, or whatever the scenario may be. But between Rosa and I, and she makes a valid point, is that no two of us are going to go through it the same way. I'm waiting on that vaccine. I've already taken my flu shot. I've taken the shingles, because other things are still going on with COVID as well. So remember, let's roll back the tape. 2 years ago, 2 Decembers ago. All right. And what's this, 20? Okay. So in 2018, what were you most concerned about in your life? What was hanging over your head? What was upsetting you, if anything? 2 years ago. You can't even remember, probably, because COVID is so big, it has recolored our life. It has
Absolutely.
totally recovered our life. I can't remember what was so upset. I was upset about. Okay, maybe I can. I was at Weight Watchers. So maybe my weight's always been on my life. So look, that's no biggie. My weight's been bothering me for the last 30 years.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, COVID has come in and taken a huge seat in our life, and it's the front seat, and it colors everything else we do. So,
Absolutely.
the purpose of our conversation today, the conversation that Rosa and I have had, several conversations about COVID, but our conversation for you is, how are you doing? Do you have a support system? There's some of us out there where we know that we are depressed. No one has to take our temperature.
Right.
Mentally, we know we are depressed. There's something upon us that we can't shake off. It's even with the support systems, you're still going through it. As Rosa said very honestly, she's been in a funk for the
Yeah.
last two
I
two
haven't even
weeks.
ran in 2 weeks.
Which is,
So
look, it has gotten so bad. Yesterday I asked her, why don't you get up and run, and I'll just walk with the dog, you know what I mean, because something's going
I was
on,
like,
really.
nope, go ahead. You
And I
and the
was
dog go.
like it's always her that, like, come on, let's run, or just watch me run, or walk behind me,
Yeah,
but
we reversed roles yesterday. I just didn't feel like it. I wanted to watch movies all day.
and she
And
did.
that's what I did.
And she
Made
did.
some sangria, drank my sangria, and watched movies.
And when she says sangria, there was smoke coming off the top of the sangria bottle,
It
because
was not.
she likes full strength. I don't, but it was good though.
No, it wasn't full strength. I think it was a little too sweet. I put a little bit too much sugar in it, but I diluted it. It's fine. It's good now.
And it's gone. But
It's not.
Is that much left? And I wasn't drinking it, but that's okay, sweetie. Do whatever you need to do to cope. Okay. So we are on a serious note. We are asking you:
Yeah.
do you have a support network? Are you part of someone else's support network? Do you have Last month I was just, Rosa knows, I make a list for everything. And I made a list of 5 people that I hadn't talked to in quite a while. And when I got a hold of those 5 people, I made a list of another 5, just checking in with people. You need to do that. Please push yourself to that, because if you're okay, let's assume that everyone else is not as okay as you may be. Or you may very well just think you're okay. I don't know where you're at on that continuum, but I'm saying this thing is a pandemic. It is across the whole world. It's across America. It is in California. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And you are foolhardy to believe that it won't touch you.
Absolutely.
Rosa would tell you, look, I used to make, be a little arrogant about, washing my hands, and she said, "Did you wash your hands?" I said, "Oh, that germ ain't gonna kill me, right?" Guess what? I don't know
you
what
say. That's not what's gonna take me out.
Oh, well, that sounds like me, right? Well, COVID will take you out. So I'm at this point, I'm medically sanitizing myself every day.
She'd have made some hand washing soap for the bathrooms, and she added her own stuff in it. A little bit of bleach, a little bit of something.
Look, I ain't playing with you, okay? So we say that, and we do mean it honestly. The simple things, yes, you can do, but simple and so very important. Wash your hands. Do wear a mask. Do minimize the people that you're around. When they say groups of, to only be around people that you're related to or live in the house, that's what they mean. I know you want to see Aunt Sally and Uncle Joe, but they don't need to see you this year. Right, okay, right. If you got to cancel a trip, I'd rather you cancel a trip than to come back in a body bag. We have canceled. There'll be no cruise. We're not going to Hawaii. For Rosa's birthday, we were right.
Well, we're going. We're just not going right now.
That's right. Some saying things have been changed. Dates have been pushed back. Yeah. It is affecting your life. It's affecting everyone's life. It is affecting the world. So, here we go. What can you do? Be mindful. Be careful. Do take it seriously. Check in on your neighbors. Check in on your relatives. Check in on your children. Life is so very diverse, and everyone's living somewhere else. If your children are in Alabama and you in San Diego and your mama's in North Carolina, what do people do? Zoom in. Make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah.
Do that, because this is real. This is incredible, and this is not going anywhere too soon. As I said before, that Rosa and I have differing opinions about things. I was, like I said, I've already gotten my flu shot. Yeah, I do that every year. Rosa hasn't gotten her flu shot and has a very interesting attitude about the COVID vaccine when it comes to her. So it was
I'm not trusting it. I'm sorry. I'm not taking the vaccine when it comes. I will, if I need to get tested every 6 months or however they want to go down with the new law. I just don't feel
comfortable yet.
Yeah, I don't feel. Yeah, I don't have any faith in them just yet. My faith is gone in the government. I think that they hide things in vaccines, and and they experiment without people's permission, and that's our history as Black African Americans
in America.
In America, right? Every time something new, they want to experiment. They go into the low economic part of the world and cities and places, and they try to tell us everything. Oh, we got free
vaccines.
Got free vaccines. Come and line up and get them, and we're so happy because they're free. We can get them, and there's always some alternative stuff behind it.
So that's Rosa.
That's just me.
Yeah,
changed my mind because right now it's I'm not getting.
So you say talk me down,
right?
Talk me down.
I told my wife when she get it, I will document all of her behavior, her actions, just so they'll have that if they need it. But I'm not taking it. Not doing it.
And I'm on the other side of the universe with that. If they told me it was ready this afternoon, I'd Uber down and go get it. I am ready for it. They're doing it by age and by need, and of course take care of our emergency workers and healthcare people and the military and the first responders. Wherever I'm at after them, I'll give you my number. Call me, because old girl will be there. That's just how I am about it. Don't know where you're at, and like you said, even between us as a married couple, we have very differing attitudes about it. But whatever yours is, we just want to check in with you today. We want to see how you're doing, what you're doing, and ways to try to navigate this and try to make the best out of very unbelievable, crazy situation.
Yes.
What will you do with all that time? Well, guess what? Rosa cleaned out the garage, and now I can park my car in the garage. Yeah. So that's, what? If I have to be thankful for the COVID-19, I can get back into the garage. Something else we did. We did it. You told me stop doing that, right?
Well, yeah.
We started a YouTube channel that you're looking at right now, and it wasn't about COVID, but we wanted to do something. We had
Yeah, it was
interest
kind
in.
of about boredom,
Yeah, we were boredom.
which
Yeah, yeah.
we were in the house because of COVID.
Well,
So
that's
it's
true.
because of
It
COVID.
came from that, but we didn't. 6 months ago, if you would have told us that y'all going to be or have a YouTube channel and have hundreds and hundreds of people looking at you, and we're pushing it up to thousands and thousands, and 35% of the people who look at us who view our channel are from outside the United
Yeah.
States, and look at us. So in any event, we're doing something to not just to pass the time, but something that interests us. We're having fun, we're making connections, and as Rosa said in the beginning of the program, thank you so much for all the input, the what is it? The feedback that we're getting, because it really does help us do a better job for you and make the connection even stronger.
Yes.
But having said all that, what can you do right now in your world for you, for your friends, for your families to make us navigate this painful chapter even better? We want you whole. We want you healthy. We want you here, but we can't do it all for you. So the simple stuff, I know you got it. You know what I mean? Wash your hands, wear the mask, change the mask, wash out the mask. Please get more than one mask.
Right, right,
Please
right.
do. Some people, they look at the news. One time I was a news junkie, and I had to, especially with the election and everything, I had to pump the
Back
brakes with
away.
that
Yeah.
because the news was like right when you're thinking you're okay, look at the news for 30 minutes, and you turn off the television, you don't feel so okay because it's a lot of less than wonderful things happening right now in our world.
Yeah, and I was that way. How you were the news junkie, I was the Facebook junkie, especially right before the election. Like every other minute, I was putting a comment on there. I've kind of since calmed down, but yeah, I mean, you can get so immersed in it that it's like so much stuff. Somebody's saying something about this person, you're like, oh, that's the new stuff. Then you go look it up and check it out and see what really happened, because when you look at it on Facebook, you're getting half of the story. So you go read it and you get the whole full story. I mean, there's arguments back and forth. I mean, it was just too much. The election stuff really drained me
and me.
Yeah, it just took a lot out of us.
It
took a
really
lot
did.
out of
Yeah,
us.
yeah. So, and then our journey with our this wonderful love affair that we have with each other. To be the best we can for ourselves and be the best we can for the other person. So Rosa is, she feeds me, she keeps me up, she makes me laugh, she takes care of me, and I take care of her, and my baby, she ain't been feeling so great here lately, and I'm like,
but it's a lot of things though. I mean, it's work. I was kind of sad or bummed that I didn't take a class this semester. I take classes each semester, and I mean, just to be on the computer any longer than I needed to was too much for me.
Yeah.
And my daughter's a senior, so we're looking at different colleges, and scholarships and things like that, and trying to narrow that down. So I'm helping her in that, and it's
been a lot
with just regular life stuff.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Paying bills, as my wife say, paying bills, taking pills.
Do what you got to do, But right, because the thing is, even if COVID-19 had not come upon us, you still have an incredibly, chances are, a very busy life, a very dynamic rhythm. You're taking care, some of us are caretakers, some of us, you say you got 3 kids, and, they're 10, 12, and not old enough to, to leave yet, all of that, and work headaches and this and that and finances. That's even before COVID came upon us. Absolutely. And now that it's here, everything is times 3. Yeah. We're blessed that we don't worry about the mortgage. We don't worry about this and that. 1 in 6 American no longer has a job to go back to. You know how okay, well, they're just going to close the factory down. And no, factory has been closed down. It's now a parking lot. You need to reinvent yourself. Unemployment just ran out for the people who were getting it in December. They're talking about a COVID relief bill. We're going to have a change of administrations. How is your love life? The baby's sick. And then you find out your mama just popped positive for COVID. So this is times 10.
Yeah.
This is right before you just fall out and just say, I cannot take it anymore. I'm done.
I've had it. Exactly.
Give me my ball. I'm leaving the playground. and we don't want you there. So as we start to wind down,
Yeah. So if
for
you
the
guys
segment.
are, yeah, if you,
I'm sorry.
no.
To make sure they have a support network.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have one, try to go through your phone. Look at who you haven't spoken to in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a call. Just you want some good news from some people. So if you don't have one, I mean, try to create one or
Mm-hmm.
reach out to us. Sharyn loves talking on the phone. She'll call you.
I'll call you. I'll hit you back. You give me. I don't care.
She'll call you for sure.
I will.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will.
So yeah, when those for my whole, at the beginning when I was talking about my four, effects of COVID-19, when those four things happen, it's gonna be too much. You gotta have a support system there
and
to
let
help
me
you
ask
get
you this.
over that hump.
What are the four things? Or you
It
think
could be any
anything?
four things.
Any
It
like
could
boom,
be your
boom,
car
boom,
just
boom.
your car just
You need
died.
time. Yeah, yeah.
Now your mom just as she was saying
Pop positive.
pop positive for COVID. You feeling under loved for whatever reason, and somebody just called you with bad news. That could have been the four things.
Yeah.
So whatever the four effects are that's happening in your life, it puts me over the edge. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to keep my life balanced, whereas even if three things come in, it's balanced enough, whereas that fourth one won't
take you under. Right.
Exactly.
Won't take you
Because
under.
if it happens all in the same day, it's too much. And I know Sharyn kind of hasn't been feeling herself, and she just lost a cousin, and
very close.
and she's
that took me
been
under.
taking that very hard, and I mean, it's just a lot of things, and then you get news from the doctor and whatever it is. So we trying to look out for each other with whole four effects.
Yeah, but you
COVID-19.
can't. But if your battery is really running low, you can't jumpstart mine. So first of all, we say take care of yourselves. Take care of one another, and however that looks to you. If it just means like, hey, make sure that Miss Sarah eats a full meal on Monday and Wednesdays, you be the person that bring her that full meal. You know what I mean? Because we've shared with you that we pray. We start our day with prayer, Rosa and I, and part of our prayers is that help us to be blessing someone else's blessing, and give us the strength because we've already blessed. We're here. Exactly. We're here.
I woke up last week. Sharon was like, "Let's pray." I'm like, "I already prayed. Like, I don't want to pray with you." I just was like in a funk. I just didn't want to.
And I let her go.
Be bothered,
right?
And it's like, if I lay in the bed too long, she come in. Do you think you depressed? And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm also going through menopause, so that's probably playing the effect of it too. She's like,
that's a special joy.
She's like, I'm just gonna contribute this to menopause, and I'm like, it's really not that.
No,
it's just,
but I give you an out.
Bothered.
No, wait a minute, I do give you an out, and I'm not. It could just be me because
no, I mean, it really is just the four effects. Like you realize four things have just hit you that day, and it's like, I can't take another one. I'm just gonna chill, and that's what it is. You just need to chill. Come. But in COVID, it's like, okay, I'll go for a run or I'll leave the house or whatever, and you can't even do that now. Everything's on lockdown.
Yeah.
So it's like, where do you go? I can come to the backyard. I can go maybe to the front yard. Go to one of the other rooms. Like, I mean, where is your space in your house?
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't have that to get away from, it could be hard. Because if you got a house full of people and there's nowhere to go, it's like, where do you go?
Right, because, we reaching out and you're looking at how other people are managing their lives right now. And I'm like, what do you do when you have 3 kids in a 2-bedroom apartment and, and your husband's home working from home and you are trying to, and you got to take care of the kids with their schooling. Right. And I know people thinking about the bridge.
I know, and no shade. We're not, throwing shade. However you live, it's how you're living.
Right.
We're just saying, try to find that space for you.
Right. And define, define the space and just realize everything's so very compressed right now. Everything is just, if you're used to being in a house by yourself between 12 and 3, oh no, you don't get no break, honey. You get no breaks because the kids are in the living room, they're in the dining room. Rosa done moved her office twice. Her office was in the front room, and I wasn't doing well with that, but so
I've moved it several times.
Now if
y'all seen the movie Office Space, I'm gonna be in the basement in a minute with the red stapler. But Anywho,
We good.
yeah, but anywho, some of the things that may, that helps me is to know that it's just temporary.
Yes.
Nothing's gonna last forever.
Right.
So
Brighter
you have to
days
think
are coming.
about it and try to get to the other side of the joy. Because you don't really see the joy on this side, but it's on the other side. It's not gonna last forever. It is temporary. We just got to do what we have to do to stay healthy and not, pass it on. Even if you are asymptomatic, you may have it and not even know it, and you're passing it on. So you don't even want to do that for other people. Wear your mask.
Please. And not to just is going to lift your burden anymore, but just think, no matter what you're going through and how you're going through it, someone is doing much worse than you. As we just experienced Thanksgiving, do you know people who just didn't have, they were eating tuna fish on Thanksgiving Day
Out the can.
Would you out the can, no mayo, you know what I mean? I mean, there's people we have been hit so very hard, the financial devastation, and so yeah, so we give thanks every day for what we do have. And I saw an old buddy of mine. I was coming out of the hospital, just for a checkup. So anyhow, he said, Sharon, how you doing? He said, well, you look good, but did I see you with a cane? Yeah, I was having a very hard day, because because I'm going through something. So any event, and I'm saying, he said, but your spirit is good. I said, my spirit's always good, because, sweetie, there's people out there who need more than a cane. You know what I mean? When I need to use my cane, I use my cane. Ain't no shame in my game. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And I'm fortunate, to have Rosa, who's so normally extremely supportive, you know what I mean? But like I said,
yeah, I'm supportive.
Oh, you are times 5.
I mean, and
absolutely.
Even in the blessing of everything that's going on with us, like Sharyn said earlier, we don't have to worry about our bills at this time. And actually, we were at the casino the other day. And
must you
and
tell
I hit a jackpot.
Yes, she did.
But the good thing is Sharyn always uses Oprah Winfrey's thing and said money comes to you, not through money comes through you, not to
you, exactly.
So which means she wanted to share. So she was looking for people to clean the bathroom in the casino,
right,
giving them $100 and looking for people just to bless them for the holiday time.
Yes.
And that's what you do.
Yes.
If you can do it, bless others.
Absolutely.
I just thought that was generous. It wasn't like I'm like, no, don't take my money. And
right. And don't get me wrong. No. Feed yourself first. I always say that. We do. But realize, if if you have 5 loaves of bread, do you need 5? Can you make it with 2? Because somebody else needs a loaf of bread, or whatever it is.
Check on your neighbors. They may need stuff.
Right, and they're too. Maybe you don't have that relationship, but you don't. Kindness usually starts more relationships than it ends. So be kind, be mindful, be attentive, and that's how we're getting through. Other than the wonderful YouTube channel and things like that, and realizing giving people grace. Give them grace, because you don't know what people going through behind closed doors. So with all of that,
and y'all need to check on Sharyn, because she won't be at the casino because we're on lockdown.
That's right. I can't make it to the casino.
So look. Y'all gonna need to check on homegirl.
I'll be okay. I'll look.
Or check on me, because she gonna be driving me crazy.
No, I'll keep looking at what I always do. Law and Order, all 456 episodes. Okay, I'm on episode 325.
It's gonna be a long 30 days.
No, but we're fine. I mean, so to wrap this up, we just, like I said, this is just because we care, and please do be very mindful that this is so very serious.
Absolutely.
If you're okay, check on somebody who may not be.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're going to.
And if you're not okay, reach out to someone to help get that to help make it okay. You just never know who may have something that you may need.
My friends that are in church, you got prayer warriors, other folks, you got counseling, you got friends, you got somebody cares about you. Please know that. So with that, I'm going to say we're working on next week's topic as well. So we don't even really know what it is yet, because we change our mind 3 times during the week, and then we just the spirit will hit us and say, hey, we got to talk about COVID.
And we just go with what we really feel.
Yes.
at that time. So
Yes.
yeah. So if you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday, and thank you again for tuning in. We appreciate it. We read all of, like I said last time,
The
we read
emails,
all of
the text. Yeah, we do.
read them
We do.
all.
And
so keep them coming.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you all make us laugh, because the first thing you all say is, "You all funny," and da da da. No, y'all make us laugh. So
Right.
we appreciate that.
Can I
too.
do a personal note? Okay. I'm still very much in love with my wife, and she rocking this fro, ain't she? Come on.
Well, I've actually had people comment that they want me to wear the fro.
They do. They
But it's
like it
actually
with the fro.
getting to be too much, because this is like patted down, and it's really out here.
So,
and so I, have
I
to
just
figure
want them
that
to
out.
know I'm in love with Afro woman. I am. But listen, until next time, we're wishing you the very, very best
Of all good things, stay safe and stay woke. Love you.